Welcome back, Odooers. My name is Jose Ignacio. Everyone enjoys taking time off now and then. For some employees, time off is given up front. For others, it's earned as they work. And that's just what we're going to discuss today, accrual plans, what they are and how they work. Accrual plans are the set of instructions or rules that tell Odoo, in this case, how much time off our employees earn, when they earn it, and if any time off expires. So follow me as we create a new vacation plan for time off. So here I am in the main time off dashboard. I've earned over here 120 hours of sick time so far. Since I earn time as I work and Odoo knows my work schedule, it can tell me how much time I'm going to have in the future. If I change the date in this balance at little section over here to a different date, we're going to see something else. So let's click inside of here and we're going to set it to, I don't know, let's do September 1st right there. Boom. Would you look at that? I will have earned by then now, it looks like 144 hours. Wow. How cool is that? We can predict the future. Okay, let's see how this accrual plan is configured by now clicking over here to configuration. And then we're going to go to accrual plans. Perfect. All right. So this takes me to a dashboard showing the name of the plan over here, the number of milestones in this case that we have. Let's move this over here. Ooh, we're going to move that one like this, just so I could see that full word right there. And the milestones are referred to over here as levels, and then the number of employees who have been allocated time off from this plan. And as you can see, so far we only have one accrual plan, just a single line. So let's actually look closer at the sick time accrual plan. So we're going to click inside of it. So inside of this configuration section, we specify when time off is accrued and how rollovers work. While this milestone section that we have down below over here happens to keep track of and allow us to specify the actual earned amounts of time off. According to this plan, employees start to earn sick time at the start of the accrual period, meaning they don't have to wait to accrue time. They can carry over or they can roll over, in this case, any unused time off, because this second option as well happens to be checked off right there. Boom. And they carry it over at the start of the year. We can also see that right there. And finally, they switch to the new accrual level immediately. Boom. We're very fortunate here. Now let's look at the milestones down below. I can tell a lot from these summary boxes that we have right there. So the first milestone over here tells me, in this case, they earn one sick day on the first of the month. They can roll over up to 10 days each year, and they can also accrue, in this case, up to 20 days a year, but are capped at a solid set of, in this case, 45 days. Huh. But the balance cap itself is 40 days. Interesting. That's kind of cool. And that's based on the very first year. All right, so after the first year, they reach this second milestone that we have down below it. They still earn 1 day a month, but the caps have increased. They can roll over, in this case, now 20 days instead of the ones that we had as 10. And the yearly cap is set to 30 days, and the balance cap is set to 45 days. And then finally, after 5 years, they earn 1, and in this case, 1.5 days every month at the start of the month, and their caps have increased. Now we have both 30 days and 45 days now for the yearly, with a balance cap of 60 days. All right, that's pretty straightforward, and you kind of saw how that kind of went sequentially up. Okay, since we only configured our sick time accrual plan, let's make our vacation time off accrual plan because we need something for that. So to do that, we're just going to hit the new button up at the top. All right, just FYI, we can click new from the main accrual plans dashboard as well, but let's get started. So first, let's name this vacation time off. Pretty simple, self-explanatory plan, just to add to it. Okay, so I'm going to set when the time is accrued over here to at the end of the accrual period, and we're already there, so that makes it a little bit easier. Perfect. Once selected, I need to determine if it is based on work time, meaning any time off taken is excluded. I don't want that, so for hours, we're going to leave it at that no. I'm also going to check this box down here that we have below that allows them to carry it over, and that's unlocked another one. Because I did that, I need to set when the time rolls over. I'm going to leave it right now at this point to at the start of the year. And a quick tip, The custom date option works best for companies with a fiscal year that doesn't follow traditional ones, like July 1st through June 30th, for example, in this case. It happens. Okay, now we need to make some milestones. So I'm going to select create a milestone down below, and we have this nice little pop up, and we're going to fill out the form. So I want them to earn the time off as they work, which does involve math, but I did the math for you. So in this very first field, I'm going to enter 0.2. All right, there we go. And then the second one is going to be hours. And then finally, we're going to change this daily to hourly. Boom. Now we're done with those ones. All right, in short, this first two fields say how much the employee earns. And the last field over here determines how often they earn that amount. This configuration means that our employees will earn zero point 0.2 hours of PTO, in this case, vacation for us, every hour that they work, which ends up being 2 weeks a year, FYI. I did the math. Okay, now moving below, I have to set when this milestone is reached. I'm going to make sure it's after for this bottom option right there, and I'm going to enter 1 days. We're going to leave this one still as days for that field. And for the carryover options, I'm going to select carried over right there, and now we have some new options. And makes these two fields that have appeared. I don't want them to roll over months of vacation time, so I'm going to select this up to, and then for the hours, I'm going to select 40 hours right there, which is 1 week for us. So I can't actually change that second one like you see right there when I'm attempted to. I can't change the hours field since I selected hours in the top line, and those have to match. All right, I want to ensure that my employees are actually taking time off, so I'm going to click on this define a carryover validity right there. And now we need to set an expiration date. So this is the expiration date for the rolled over time. I'm going to enter 180 days, which happens to be about 6 months. So next, I want to, or in this case, I can add different limits on the time off that they can earn and have saved at any given time. So the yearly cap right here limits how much time off an employee can accrue each year from this plan, while this balance cap down below it over here limits a total amount of time that they can have at any given time from this plan. Employees stop earning time off for the rest of the year once they hit the yearly cap, and they can never have more time off than what is defined in the balance cap. So I'm going to leave the yearly cap over here unchecked for what I'm doing, but I'm going to check the balance cap down below that. Okay, there we go. So in this case, I'm going to set the limit to 2,400 hours of available time, which is 3 months. Okay, I'm going to select save and new. We're jumping into the next milestone. So this will be much faster since I don't need to explain so much. After they've been with the company for 3 years for us, they're going to earn 3 weeks of annual vacation. So to configure that, we're going to do 0.3 up at the top. And then once again, we're going to change the second one to hourly. There we go. All right, next, this milestone will be reached after, well, this was 3 years from the start of the allocation. So we're going to select after down below, and then we're going to enter 3. And then this time around, we're going to change this one to years. Boom. Perfect. Moving along, I'm going to select carried over down below, and we're going to be moving forward once again. And it's going to be up to 160 hours for this one. This means they can roll over up to 1 month of vacation time. Next, I'm going to, once again, check the following box indicating an expiration date. And for this one, we're going to do the same 180 days. Boom. That's 6 months for them to use that time. So I'm going to leave the yearly cap, and I'm going to activate the balance cap once again. And this time around, we're going to give them about, I don't want more than 4 months for this one. So we're going to do 160 hours. Perfect. I'm going to select save right there, and we can see both of our milestones below. So when I go back to the accrual plan dashboard by selecting the words up there, there it is. And that's it for today's tutorial on accrual plans. We learned what they are and how to configure them. See you next time, where we're going to learn how to give this time to our employees, and it's going to be fun stuff. Go grab a snack.